kinda adore you, but don't get too proud. You're like my favorite snack, I won't say it out loud. I won't say you're perfect, we all know you're not. But hey, you're the best kind of weird that I got. Your songs are in my head, it's on repeat. The awkward dance I do. Okay, hi. Firstly, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Wonderful, because last time for K-Stream, I don't know why StreamYard couldn't pick me up. Pick up my voice.
Because it's a webpage.
Anyways, so sorry for the delay. We had technical deceasedness. We got 1% now. We're plugged in. How is everyone doing today?
I am actually doing fairly well, comparative to the past 19 days of this month. Feeling good today.
Okay, wonderful. And what are you working on today? Or like what's happening for you today?
Yeah, so I have a meeting from my big girl job at some point today, a virtual call, and we're reviewing some stuff. So I need to I'll probably spend the first sprint going over the things that we're reviewing, just so that way I'm not stressing about that. And then the rest of the sprints I'd like to work on about you.
Wonderful. Nurse Stig, how are we doing today?
Happy International Nurse Appreciation Day, Steve.
That is not today.
It's Certified Nurses Day.
Which is an American holiday celebrated in the United States of America.
Okay, well, we still celebrate that.
Okay.
I misunderstood the holiday calendar.
International Nurses Day is May 12th, on Florence Nightingale's birthday.
So we'll just have to do this again to celebrate you.
I don't know. Is May 12th a Wednesday? Call it May 12th if you're watching.
Have to be? Anyway, Stig. Moving on.
Doing great today. Yeah, the sun's out. The vitamin D is pumping through my veins. I wake up before my alarm.
Oh, that's the best.
I don't know. She is a new person. So the vibe today is writing and then reading, because you promised to do a book club with me next Tuesday.
I sure did. I remember that.
You sure did. Insert picture editor. Can you insert a film of Grape yesterday saying, remind me again, what book are we reading? But luckily, Grape is a, one-sitting kind of gal, or a two-sitting kind of gal if, she has to. So yeah. I have the utmost confidence that come Monday, you will start this book.
You know what? I might even start it come Sunday because I have the weekend off.
I love that journey for you. What are the plans except reading, naturally?
You know what? I think the plans are to read. Because I'm not truncated, but like I amended my goal, my overall goal for my TBR. I want to read and then read and release 50% of the books I own.
Release as in declutter?
Yes.
Ooh.
Rehome. Read and rehome.
I like it. I love a good alliteration.
What's on the docket? Have you chosen any titles except Bird by Bird? You're a fast reader, right? You churn out a book in a day, right?
Well, yes, yeah. I can. Sorry. I have a bunch of books that I picked up from library sales, the dollar store. Not ones that I've spent good money on. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start with those first.
Just the bad money.
Yeah, the cheap books. But today, what are we doing today? I don't know. I guess I'll open some kind of document and do some kind of typing. Let's see where we go from there. Everyone in the chat, just to do a brief acknowledgement to those who have joined us. Hello, Malin. And Wendy is here. Hi. Hello, Mars. And Susan Monroe McGrath.
Oh,
sorry
to
full name you, but I love that. I love the full name. Elena, hi. Ooh, Lindsay's here. Paging Dr. Stig. Hello, Anna and Stu. Steve, did you know Stu was a woman?
Yes.
So it was just the three of us that didn't know.
We just
Alyssa, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah,
Isn't that how they introduced themselves? Question mark.
that is
Not
a fact.
well in the Discord,
In the
yes, but not in the chat.
Anyways, hey Alyssa.
Hey, Alyssa.
Oh, and Jessica Berry is here. Hi. Good morning. And Anna Robbins is here. Hi. Good morning, Righty Miley. We have a neon moon. Hi.
I was like, what is this emoji everybody's leaving? And I realized it's a stethoscope.
Stethoscope.
Do nurses have stethoscopes?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that's all of the people we have here today in attendance.
Hi to Josh.
Oh, where is she?
Down a bit.
Okay. But okay, here we go. Here's a LM. Hi, just happy to be here. I've had tons of shoulder trouble and having an appointment today. Took off work, which means I get to pop in until I have to leave for my appointment. I'm glad you're here. So sorry for your shoulder troubles, and I hope your appointment goes well.
What is this picture, though? I'm intrigued. It's like a bird with lights and a Santa hat, like a pink bird? Question mark.
Maybe.
Or is it Mr. Beaver from Narnia, but he's pink? I don't know.
I don't know. Colin. And hi, Jess. I'm so happy that you can be here for however long you are.
It's a hippo.
You're not
Naturally.
invisible. A hippo?
Yeah, I'm not getting that.
I'm getting parrot.
I can see if you pull it up again.
Oh, yes.
The head is down to the floor with a Santa hat, so the Santa hat is
Oh, I see what's happening. You're right.
How I'm kind of seeing it.
Okay.
And then the Santa hat on top is just a Santa Claus behind the hippo, backed up against the wall. Question mark.
Good eyes, Steve.
That's
nurse eyes.
He's got
observation skills 101.
Oh, there's a baby riding the mom hippo.
Oh.
I'll take your word for it, LM.
I love everyone leaving at once.
Just a couple of nosy people.
Just as I'm sort of half listening because the boss is here, but you know, a girl does what a girl does. I feel like you should be allowed to do whatever the hell you want. You basically run that company single-handedly. What? You are the boss. Anyways. I'm gonna skip past the blind chitter chatter.
Okay.
The people with their tops off.
They were complaining they weren't here yet, so they got a little restless in the chat.
Unfortunately, International Nurses Day is on a Monday. Ugh.
Sad.
Devastated.
But also, Mara says, I've been culling my shelves bit by bit since the beginning of the year and have amassed 30 plus books to release into the wild.
Crazy. So just dumping them on the streets?
No, Mars said that they are having a garage sale, yard sale.
Oh, yard sale.
I've never been to a yard sale, and I've always wanted to go to one.
They're fun. I enjoy them.
I also want to go to an estate sale, but I'm afraid of haunted objects.
Yep. I was going to say estate sales are less fun to me because even though there are some incredible finds, like truly incredible finds, the level of like deep, overwhelming feeling of loss I feel when I go to estate sales because it's someone's entire life in items, right? And now they're just gone and their items are being scattered to the wind. And I like that's also beautiful because they're being reused. They're not just going to a dump, but like, I don't know. I just mourn this person I've never met. And then, yeah, there's a real chance you take a locket that you're not meant to have, you know?
Yeah.
Or like, what if I got a haunted Le Creuset, you know? Like that would be a nightmare.
You got a Horcrux.
Yeah, seriously. So.
Yeah. But in my dreams.
That's a great setup for like one of those weird smutty stories like the doorknob genre. Just like a haunted Le Creuset from a yard sale.
Wow. Okay, maybe I should write that and publish it under, a fake name and make all my money from that.
I made it blow up on TikTok.
I don't have TikTok anymore, unfortunately. So, welcome. The set is complete.
Hello.
Maybe you can add something with that setting, like the estate sale and the haunted object to girls in their pukas.
Well, funnily enough, the idea, so in About You, someone is doing the Swedish death cleaning. So there's like kind of that sense. I mean, you know me, I'm going to write a declutter into my book, right? Like obviously. But I would say if there was any book to do it in, it would be an About You, but that's kind of already happening, but it's happening, as like a preventative measure rather than a post perishing potential. So
a PPP, if you will.
A PPP, if you will. Yeah.
Post-apocalyptic.
My declutter was pre-apocalyptic, so.
But I'm talking about you.
Well, there is no wa to apocalypse in About You, so.
The soft
I feel like apocalypse has kind of transcended the events of your.
It's bigger than you now.
It's bigger than you, Wallace.
No. In order for there to be an apocalypse, there has to be a Wallace. That is the whole point.
I'm just taking it and I'm just, cleaning it of its origin, like, let them have cake or whatever, and then I'm just inserting it back into the public domain. Sorry about it.
Katie, hello. Good morning. How was your morning? What's going on in your brain today? What you working on?
It's going well. I took Mama eyeballs. She had a little appointment. She got some steroid shots in her back.
Was it this big?
It's a little appointment.
Minute appointment.
A minute appointment. Yeah.
She went to get if you will.
Yeah, hopefully it's a slight.
Sorry. I feel betrayed.
Why?
Hannah streamed this morning. What do you mean?
He had the same reaction. That's so funny.
She did. I meant to get up and watch it, and I did not. But
because you don't love Anna, I guess. I was at work, Anna. That's my explanation.
I would have been there if I knew.
I put it on, and she was in a sprint, and then I had to leave. So, but yeah.
She did post about it in the Discord.
She did.
We have established that I'm not there, okay?
Let Kitty finish her sentence. Goodness.
It's never happening. Anyway, to catch everybody up to the program, yesterday I had what I called it a soft SOS, but upon retrospect was in fact a very large SOS, which was absolute spiral panic, absolutely having a bad time. Like, yeah, anyway, bad. And these two appear. Stig was asleep, sadly. Helped me re-outline the entirety of book 2. So I've started draft 2 of book 2. LOL, without finishing draft 1 or getting it as far as I could. I should say.
That's better. That's a good reframing.
And in the waiting room, I wrote 1,159 words already. So
wow.
We are cooking.
Do they feel painful? How do they feel?
No. Well, I don't know yet because this is. I'm keeping most of chapter 1, which is like the build up, but I'm just changing the ending, and then I get to introduce a new character, which is very fun. I literally just came up with. It's so silly. It's so silly. I love. Like I just keep thinking about them, and I'm like, they're hilarious. I can't wait to just give every shenan to this character.
I love this new character.
So yeah.
I'm gonna check in with you every time I hear that you've done some writing, because you've always been talking about how like painful this book is to write and like how how you're feeling bad about it. So I need to know that you're feeling at least not bad. You don't have to feel great, but not as bad as before.
So far, we're okay. We're good. I was just, this first part of the chapter is very easy. We get to go into some. Well, it's not so fun what happens, but. It's fun for one character, the new character who's a bit funny, very funny character, but not so fun for the POV character that we see. Also, to everyone who has been following this, this is not like a new thing for the saga. Well, it is a new thing, but for everyone who loves Leo, do not fear. He is still in the book. He is still very much present. It is still a throuple. but he no longer has a POV.
Yeah, rip.
So we've cut his POV for time. But we love him. So he's still there, very present.
Well, and also because he's such a stable character, right? That there's no like arc. Not that there's no arc for him, but he is so stable that
his arc we don't need to see on inside his head. We don't need to see his arc in his head. We can see his arc through his conversations with Octavia and Ariel.
Yes.
Who are the two that are having the main focus.
And they are both going through such intense journeys that I think it's better to have more time focusing on them than on Leo.
Yeah, because Leo still has his arc. He still, still has some very some things to work through, but like, you don't necessarily have to be in his head the whole time. Like like you guys can see it from the outside because he's such a character that is so wears his heart on his sleeve that you'll see it anyway. Like both Ariel and Octavia are like stone grumps, do not see anything. You have to be in there to know something's happening. Whereas with Leo, he's just like sunshine, showing every single emotion he's ever felt ever. Anyway.
Do we think we've returned the flavor?
I think we have. I think, honestly, I'm going to give the win to Wallace here because Wallace was like, let's just make it happen during clay season. Like, that's the aesthetic.
Yeah.
And because too much of the book, like, originally the book took place from, like, September of 25 to May of 26. And, like, there's just a lot of things, a lot of different vibe shifts in a lot of different areas and a lot of different tournaments. It's like we didn't have a central focus vibe. And now we are really focusing in on, like, spring in Europe. Paris.
Our book, sweetie.
The royal we.
The royal we, yeah. I literally said that the other day. I was like, it's our book. It's our book, sweetie. So yeah. Anyway, so we've really honed in on that aesthetic, and I think that will be helpful. And I realized last night that if a large portion of this book is taking place in Rome, I can pull from my experiences going to Rome, and I put that in because I loved Rome and Florence, and I was like, I can have a little side trip to Florence put in there.
I do still think though that it's worth for authenticity. I do think you need to plan a Euro trip for yourself and go to Monte Carlo and go to Madrid, and
I've been to Madrid.
Okay, then go to Monte Carlo.
Paris and Monte Carlo are the two that I have not been to.
Yes, and then also on this trip, you will need an assistant to assist you.
Perhaps
that is
three
the
assistants.
So,
well, I am going to Europe in July.
This is true.
Very different vibe than Rome, then.
Yeah, but it's just a hop, skip, and a jump.
Exactly.
That's fair. Everything in Europe is a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Take a train from Scotland to London, take the Channel train from London to Paris, and then that's truly just a hop and a skip to Monte Carlo. So, and then you're right there. Just walk the Camino again.
Oh my God, Wallace.
Wait, Mullen. Let's go to Paris.
Free lodging? Hello.
I'm there. Adding it on.
Katie's there, but I'm including myself. I'm folding myself into her luggage.
I don't think you have to fold.
Just sneak in. Anyway, yeah, that's my update.
Lovely. Wonderful. Okay, I'm going to try to get through some of these comments so we can get into a sprint fairly quickly. Wendy says, I did get Bird by Bird from the library, so I'll probably read that too. Lovely. Molly's baby gave her the shadiest fucking side eye. It's like, bitch, pay attention to me. What? Damn, Steve, get his knowledge of Stu. Jess, you are not invisible, just like lower down in the comments.
I think Jess means in the divine sense.
In the divine sense?
As Jod?
Like Jod is their invisible presence is ever.
It's like the Holy Spirit.
Like all
it's not
seeing.
tangible.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
At least that's how I'm interpreting it.
I was tempted to take a zoom in screenshot of Wallace's eye taking over the camera, but I resisted.
I'm
You should
gonna pull you into temptation again.
You should do it.
That is character strength, Lindsay, because I take screenshots all the time.
I have never been to a yard sale, but I have been to a someone is getting evicted and all their shit's on the street situation.
Dang.
Right.
So you've just been stealing?
No.
No.
Snooping.
If she's taking things on the street from someone who's been evicted?
I don't think she's taking it. I think she is
Oh,
witnessing the event.
you're just ogling.
No, I think I did take like a pair of crutches. I was like 8. And the mom was like, that's
So
bad
you're
luck. Put the crutches back.
stealing from people who's been evicted then.
And obviously someone injured too. Like kick them while they're down for real.
Like, I don't know how it works. I really don't know how it works in general. But in that situation, it was like everything was going into the dumpster. The person was nowhere to be found. So like,
Mars, this is an ideal estate sale because then you don't have the haunting element. Unless the reason they've moved to Europe is because something in their house is haunted and they're trying to get away from it.
What if they're haunted?
Well, then
run, but you can't hide.
It's not a problem. I mean, that's the kind of whole point, right? Is everywhere you go, there you are. It's not just forked. It's just an entire subgenre on Kindle Unlimited right now. I'm saying, like, it's a cash cow. Let's cash in.
Thoughts and prayers. What if it was haunted by an amazing chef and everything you cooked, it always comes out perfect? Ooh, I'd love that actually.
But then I feel bad for them because like they're constantly feeling the hellfire of being on a stove, you know?
I don't care.
I would
What if they like it?
It's like being in a tub, you know, because they're like their Le Creuset skin, you know, the actual like thing of it, it can withstand it. So it's like they're in a nice hot tub.
That's true.
Maybe it'd be nice.
I'd feel like ethically wrong if something, I don't know. I'd have to think on it.
I say okay. Ooh, going closer to the end. I know they're always rude to me. Honestly, it's giving bipolar.
How is that being rude though? You are short. It is a fact.
In the studio, there's just 2 double beds, which is why we invite. The invite is limited. Hey, Katie and I have slept in the same bed before.
Wow, am I getting Thailanded? What is happening right now?
If y'all don't keep spare crutches, no.
I think we do.
As kids, we used to steal the sparkly footballer cards and those binders for collecting FIFA players. Ooh, shame on y'all. Screenshot archived.
Nice.
Amazing.
Way to give in to temptation.
Oh yeah, I hate renting companies. As long as the ghost isn't malicious, I wouldn't mind being haunted. I get lonely sometimes. So true. And Anna is just now noticing Charlie behind Steve. Hilarious. All right, we have done it. Only 5 minutes into the top of the hour. We're going to do a palm. That
a pom-pom
for everyone. No, this was just the first one that popped up. Why did I full screen that and didn't share it?
What's going on with Flocus? Is it safe to use, or are we officially no longer allowed to use that? Because I saw something from Mark.
Just email them and ask if it's okay.
Has anyone emailed and asked?
Well, I mean, you might have to do it per channel.
Why are you jump scared by your own thing?
I don't know. I was because boop traumatizes me. Now I'm suspecting a boop anytime this comes up.
Oh, you should expect less because I would not expend that energy to go do that.
Don't even find it. Don't even know where it is.
All right. As Neon Moon said, let's get our palm on.
Pom pom.
Oh, this is the one with sound. No? Yes? No.
No, sorry. I was typing.
Okay, that was the end of our first sprint. How goes it?
It goes very well. I reviewed everything that I need to review for my meeting, and then I remembered that I need to call and have a quick chat. So that's what I'm going to do with at the start of the next sprint, and then I'll start working on About You.
Okay, I'm hoping we can get into the next sprint within 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh,
5 to
wow.
7 minutes.
Okay, I'll hush up then.
Well, I want, because don't you have to go at like some time?
I thought that I did, but the meeting I think got pushed or something like that. So I thought I had to go at the top of the hour, but actually I can be here until 11 until 12 p.m. my time, which I think is past when the stream normally ends anyway. So
Okay.
yeah.
Lovely.
I guess we can slow it down. But I still do want to sorry, that was very loud.
Okay.
Do plenty sprints, be plenty productive. Stig, how's it for you?
I finished the rest of my dinner that I started before the stream. I put the dishes in the dishwasher, and I put on the dishwasher, and I put away the dishes that were in the dishwasher, and I did some reading in Bird by Bird. And for the next sprint, I think I'm going to write. I also opened the document, so it's ready, sitting there staring at me.
Beautiful.
So I don't know about that, but she's there.
Icarus.
Icarus. I moisturized that sprint. I started on breakfast. I opened up a document, thought some things. So,
Could you put some of them thoughts down on the virtual paper?
yes, but only 2 words worth of thoughts.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a journey for you. How far in are you now?
How far into what? Question mark?
The pirate book, question mark, that you're working on currently, question mark?
No, I was opening my like little brain rot project.
What is your brain rot project?
It is in fact a tennis book.
I'm loving this. Is it the tennis book?
Mm-mm.
Oh, something else.
Wait, what is the tennis book?
You know, the tennis book that you had an ID for?
Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, I love that journey for you. Speaking of saying yes, how is the pirate book?
It is existing in its document, waiting to be rewritten in present.
Do you have any and all documents assembled into one singular entity? Or are you still like waiting for, rocks to be mailed from India with some words on them or whatever the process is?
I have what I have, and that is my business and my business alone.
Okay, you get a little defensive there, but keep your secrets.
Oh, your favorite online yoga teacher released a video intended for tennis players.
Wow, Adrian.
Ooh.
Good for her. Can she release one meant for skiers? Because I'm in pain.
Maybe she does have one.
Honestly, maybe she does.
Wallace's cat wants to chime in. Icarus baby meows.
He's being a toddler this morning.
While Katie was absent, she said, "I'm here, but doing laundry. Be there in a moment." How's that sprint for you? Is that a slushie?
It sure is. I had breakfast, which was McDonald's breakfast, because that's what Mama Balls wanted. And then I was doing laundry, because I still had not done laundry from when I went to Indian Wells.
Me either.
Didn't you have to go this morning because you were doing laundry?
What?
You said you had to leave this morning because you had to do laundry. Or I guess this is your last night.
No, I left because I'm so confused. I had to do dishes.
Oh, dishes, which is a different kind of laundry, I guess. But...
Yeah, I mean, laundry adjacent. both
Yeah.
tasks that I vehemently hate, and yet had to do both of them.
I love
Dishes.
cleaning, but I love cleaning other people's things. What does that make me?
You want
I
to come
don't
to
know.
my house?
I would
wouldn't mind.
love. I would love
Please.
organize your home from
My whole
top to
life.
toe. I'm such a great organizer.
My mother would love that. She would, if she knew, she would be buying you a ticket to fly here and do it.
I don't think I like cleaning other people's stuff, but I like telling other people how they should organize their
Live
stuff.
their lives. Oh.
Yeah. Anyway.
No, I just love, because I'm just so like hard hitting when I'm like, you don't need this in your life, throw it away. And then other people don't have to make decisions. And I think a lot of people who keep stuff, I think a big thing of that is obviously, keeping on to keepsakes and memories. But I think a lot of it is just, making the decision to get rid of it. That is very challenging to do. If anything, I'm on the too far extreme on the aspect where I'm like, oh, this precious thing that I've inherited through 15 generations, donate it, off it goes. So you can veer into that space too, which I have sometimes. But generally, I would love to organize people's lives. I think I'd be excellent at that job.
Sure. Is that what you're going to do when you like retire and you're like, oh, I actually hate retirement. Let me just go be a personal organizer.
Ooh, I think I'd be one of those hired nurses who like pick up extra shifts. I think that would be me.
Yeah.
And I'd rather do that because that yields money, and I do love money.
That's true. Consistent money too. Because I think you could probably make a lot of money being a personal organizer, but it's like, you're running your own business. Like that's harder to do.
And I think with that, you kind of need to have a large client pool, and Steve doesn't exactly live in a big place.
Yeah.
Hey, who knows where he might relocate to when he retires?
True.
That's true. Ideally.
Come to Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah. Why not?
Kidding. Don't do that. Really don't do that. America.
I don't think I'll be retiring in America. That's not the plan. Never say never. But I'm picturing myself more of a like,
Spain.
retirement
Bahamas?
village in the Bahamas kind of situation, like a gated community situation.
Okay.
I think that's more with a pool boy. I think that's more my style.
That feels like such like a murder mystery setup. Like nurse moves to a gated community in the Bahamas, and like people start getting murdered.
I think I've seen that show.
Yeah.
Like, is that not a lot of like one of the Knives Out?
No.
Sorry, my phone fell.
Well,
like
the first one is
White
Marie
Lotus.
and the State, and the second one is like the glass onion thing.
The white,
Yeah,
it's
which is-
kind of giving White Lotus.
Oh, I've never watched White
I would
Lotus, so I don't know her.
Love to retire in White Lotus. All the debauchery. Let me tell you, White Lotus is the perfect show for nosy people. Like, there's no plot, but you just get a little, window into each, family's or person's life, and that's something I enjoy. So
Maybe I should watch White Lotus. I love being nosy.
Yeah,
and I love no plot.
No, don't say that.
Too real today, Anna. Too real. You've been up too early.
But yeah, 10 out of 10 recommend White Lotus for nosy people.
Also, hi, Eva. Nurses are neat, except when they're mean girls. Then they're not. Oh, and Rebecca. Hi, Becca.
Hi, Becca.
See, Becca loves White Lotus. What more did you need?
Nothing. If Becca likes it, I'm all for it. And that's your thing to do different, Katie? Laundry and breakfast?
Yeah, that was about it. I got to continue cleaning, and then I also have to go get the dogs and give my mother a dog because she's, wants one of the dogs, but she can't get up from the chair. Okay. She's not allowed to get up. She can.
I was like, dang, you strapped her in.
Let's go through the comments. Hext did some payroll, failed terribly at not falling asleep at the desk. Mars got some reading done. Susan researched and brainstormed on gold mine horror. Very intrigued by this.
Love a good gold mine. That's a Capricorn I am.
Ellen started an 8-book series. I'm scared. However, I know about more stuff. Just writing an 8-book series. I'm scared.
One book at a time, LM. You are a brave, brave soul.
Ooh. This is you, Katie. do you mean?
What kind of eight book series is it? Is it like are they all standalones, or is it like an 8-book epic fantasy series? Because one of those I think is objectively harder than the other.
Also,
But
Ella, what's your pronouns so that I know?
Yeah, are you? Yeah, so we don't have a stew situation.
Oh, that was so bad. A stew situation.
I need to leave.
Neon Moon spent the sprint cleaning. I think I found my mother's earring she lost like 2 months ago. Had fallen behind a cabinet. One that's a pain to pull down from the wall to clean behind.
What was your mother doing behind a cabinet?
Glad I said before I busted out the vacuum. I bet she's gonna be so happy. Anna got
Unless she was gone girling and it was supposed to be evidence.
Ooh.
Oh.
Maybe just put it back.
Well, don't gone girl yourself.
Don't gone girl gaslight your mother.
Just do a little bit of evidence tampering. Anna's got some writing done, which might be it for the day, because I'm also taking care of a sick child.
Oh, best of luck to
you and the
baby
child.
Anna.
Hope the child feels better.
Jessica Berry says, I have no idea how many words I got because I'm fanfic brain dumping and not even in the official outline. What's up for you?
Ooh, what's the fandom?
I have decided to call Anna's baby Great.
Why?
Because I'm
Great Stride.
Each baby
Not
needs to be
long
named.
stride.
Well, also long works. How's baby long? Okay, I like that.
How's baby long?
Wendy was updating her Sims mods.
As you do.
I would be gagged if Adrian was on the BC Street team. Hello.
I would die. We don't have a street team, so that'd be really gagging.
Yes, we do. Ooh, you have a street team, Katie.
The
It's
street
not
team is
mine.
here.
You're
Yeah,
looking at it, sweet
The
tea.
way I had a street team suddenly manifest and like be the best street team of all time, you have the exact same street team behind you. It's literally, you could not ask for a better street team. The street team.
I feel like street team implies that there is some sort of organization.
No.
Mm.
But here's the thing, there is. They just self-organized because I didn't ask people to call their libraries or do anything. They just were doing it. They were posting on Instagram without my requests. Like this community is the best. Yeah, who needs a street team when you have a library? Like our street team in the Discord was unbelievable. I mean, you guys got me on a bestseller list. Literally so thrilled.
Also, I'm out here doing some heavy lifting in the state of Georgia, okay? The other day I went to have dinner with my coworkers, and then I went across the street because it's like the same plaza, there's a Barnes & Noble, and I said, okay, I'm going to go in here with the express purpose of pre-ordering the book in store so that it's on their radar. And then I don't know what the rules are, but what if I just go into a lot of Barnes & Nobles and be like, hey, can you order this? And they just not pick it up. And I'll buy it.
I think they charge your card upon.
No, he didn't ask me for my card.
No? Okay. Then never mind.
He said, hey, what's your name and your number? And I said,
do it.
He said, all right, we'll call you.
He didn't give you any weird sort of thing about how you shouldn't buy it because so often books don't end up coming out or anything like that. He didn't kind of try and convince you not to buy the book.
What?
No.
Wait, did I not tell you guys this story? No, there's no way I did not tell you this story. There's no way. Okay.
He was like, oh, this one comes out June 10th. We'll give you a call when it's ready.
oh my gosh. On my birthday last year. So on my 30th birthday, and on my birthday, anyway, on my birthday, I was like, you know what? As a little treat to myself, I'm going to go to my local Barnes & Noble. The one that I later ended up having an author event at. And I was like, I'm going to go to my local Barnes & Noble and pre-order bye Anna, and pre-order my book. I'm going to pre-order Dark and Secret Magic. And so I go up there and I go to that like central desk in the center of the store where they help you find books. And I asked the person, I said, hey, will you help me pre-order a book? And he's like, yeah, of course. And I said, it's called Dark and Secret Magic by Wallace Kinney. And he's like, he types it in. He's like, you shouldn't pre-order this.
What?
I can't believe I never told you guys this.
No.
And I was like, what? Why not? He's like, well, books often don't come out. They just often like don't come out. And I was
They
like,
don't?
I'm pretty
What
sure
do you mean?
I was like,
Yes, they do.
and I was like, I'm pretty sure this one's coming out. And he said, well, I don't even know this person. And I finally had to go, it's me. It's my book.
Oh no!
And to his credit, he was like, oh, well, and what's hilarious, never mind, actually, I'm not going to say that part because I don't want to dox him. But anyway, to his credit, he was like, yeah, we do, if you're a local author, we do lots of author events and stuff. So that was the first author event I had officially confirmed.
He was like, I fucked up so bad.
That was like, yeah, it was.
What a creepy
I was
answer at a
so
bookstore.
confused. I was like, you're trying to convince me to not order a book through you? Like, I could go to Amazon if you want. Like, what? I don't know. It was so weird. I know.
It's so confusing because it came up. I can see him being like, if it didn't come up, like
it
he's
came
like,
up and it had the cover and it had like, distributed by Penguin Random House, like right there. It wasn't, for a moment he thought I was indie published or not me, but he didn't know it was me. But like for a second, I thought he thought it was indie published or something. But like, yeah, it was really strange. He's like, you shouldn't order this book. It might.
You shouldn't order this book. Books don't come out all the time. What does he
come out? Yeah, it was.
What universe is he living in?
It was so weird.
I've never heard of all this. It must not be real.
I know every book there ever was.
Insane.
But no, he was actually really nice, and he was at my author event and stuff like that. But it was it was funny.
But he was so embarrassed. Oh,
I was mortified. I was mortified. I was embarrassed. I was like, wow, I'm such a narcissist. Like, I went in thinking I was going to pre-order my book and then like got humbled real quick. Susan, this was all well before. I mean, this was back in May, right? So like, it wasn't like we were that far out from publication, but still it was, I don't know, it was funny.
It's a wild answer to give at a bookstore nonetheless.
Yeah, it was really
especially when it comes up and he can pre-order it. Like if the link wasn't even up and he was like, hey, I can't find this book, like it may not come out because like I can't find it. Like that's a different conversation, but it was up. He could have pre-ordered it. He was like, I don't think you should pre-order it.
Yeah.
And also I've never heard about this author, so it can't be real.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, have you heard about every author ever?
It could be this Anna, but it also could be him being stupid.
Because Heavenly Tyrant did eventually come out, and I did eventually get my pre-order that I had pre-ordered well before from Barnes & Noble.
I'm sure he had actually a perfectly valid reason. I'm sure he thought he was a helpful bookseller, but like...
Was this after they changed the date?
Yeah, it was after they changed the date. But they
how long after?
It was in May. They changed the date in April, I think. But yeah, it was funny.
Wow. That's wild.
He has beef with your publisher.
I don't know why he would. Alcove is so like chill, as far as I know.
Melissa, what did you do to this man? Call him.
I can't believe I never told you guys this. How did I never tell you guys this? That is like
you told us about the times you went in with like your book and you were like expressing like that I am the author, and they were like, oh.
Yeah,
coming out on Amazon,
and you were like KDP. They were like, "Oh, so can you get it on KDP?" And I was like, "Oh, well, it's through Alcove Press, distributed by Penguin." And then they'd be like, "Oh, wow!" And I was like, "I'm mad at you now that was your reaction.
You're icky."
Yeah, I know.
This was hilarious, Mars. Maybe he just hates pumpkins. How many there were on the cover?
It's true. Oh no, I don't know if I can announce that yet, guys.
Oh. I can't.
Oh, yes. Okay.
I don't think I can announce it yet. I did specifically.
Can I give a little hint? Maybe.
Yeah, and let people draw their own conclusions.
Really quickly.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just
beautiful. Open her up.
Yeah.
Open her up.
Open her up. Oh, okay.
Spread those pages.
I'm just saying, if you've been considering getting on the wait list for the special edition through Unplugged Books, you might want to go ahead and put your name on it if you haven't yet. I'm just gonna say that because the special edition sold out, but there is a wait list, and I'm not announcing anything. I'm just saying
there's no announcements.
I just need to go put yourself on the wait list.
Do yourself a favor.
Oh, look at how beautiful she is. And nope, I can't say anything, but she's gorgeous.
She is very beautiful to me. Wait, hold on. I think I know what you're gonna say. And to that, I say, Hold on. I say.
Oh, that too. But that wasn't what I was going to say. But
okay.
Did any of us ever ended up getting any of the special signatures?
I did. How crazy is
Well,
that?
that's good.
Let me go
Wow.
find it. Let me go find it. And what's crazy, so I ordered 2 copies for myself, but I didn't realize that they were going to send me a copy. And so the 2 copies I ordered were normal, but then they sent me my official author copy. Let me go into my little curio cabinet.
Okay, while she's doing that, I'm gonna try to go through some of the actually.
Not that one.
Hi, Miranda. All right, it's Wednesday.
Merlin says hi.
Merlin says hi. Cute.
Let's look at that. Yeah.
I don't know if they've answered this because I've never watched White Lotus.
There is. There is.
Ellen's writing an 8-book Gothic academia. Why choose romance with a human sacrifice thrown in for funsies? I'm invested already.
Are all 8 books the same couple, or is it like different why choose couples?
Lynn had lunch. That's Brent, curry, and rice leftovers. Also, hi, Lynn. Back to day job, work now.
Rip.
Oh, this is the best comment ever. Someone screenshot this one for me. Who needs a street team when you have a library?
I have screenshots. That's not the word.
Wait, the screen. What's wrong with that word? Screenshots?
That's not what he said.
Never mind.
I have screenshots. That's what I heard. What did he say?
He said
I have screenshots.
Oh, I heard shot, Stig, if that is of any consideration.
Answer to Katie's question. Fandom is the royalty romance series Nightmare Before Christmas and Go Luck Yourself.
I have questions about this series. I will ask them in the reading room though to not take up time, but I have questions.
Okay. You don't have a street team, you have a friend group. The library is in the streets. Okay. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Mars.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to say this.
Well, then you don't on the wait list.
If you're like me and you don't like typos in your book and you've thought, wow, this book would be perfect if only it had the updated PDF of the most recent version of the book with no typos, or as few typos as I believe is possible. Maybe you want to go put yourself on the wait list. That's all good.
It's also if you don't have one, it's very stunning. It's like so stunning.
She's gorgeous.
Literally the most beautiful book I own, says Becca.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
How are you feeling about the pink post-publication, Devasia?
Oh, did you not like it?
Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't like the pink of the font. I didn't like that choice.
I thought it was so cute.
I think it's
of her name. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It looks silver on camera, but it is pink in person. And I think this leaf is also pink. These leaves are pink.
So before they physically shipped, the leaves didn't look pink. So I was like, "There's nothing pink on the cover. Why is her name pink?"
Oh, I forget how it looked on the picture.
And then the name of the book on the spine is also.
I just love that the cover is gorgeous. The dust jacket is gorgeous. The inside of the dust jacket is gorgeous. The backside of the dust jacket is gorgeous. The both end flaps are gorgeous. The spine is gorgeous.
And you know what?
It's gorgeous.
And yes, Mars, I'm not out here trying to get people to spend a crazy amount of money. But if you're the kind of people who are like, I can't decide between this beautiful cover and then this beautiful cover. Right? If you got a second one, you could literally display them like that.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
If we do get the chance to order them again.
Right.
If hypothetically one could order another of these exclusive special edition copies
that have definitely sold out, and
we have no idea if we'll ever will again.
Yes.
Do you remember when I was reading and I found something at the end that was like
that got fixed? The Miranda Winifred, that has been fixed.
Okay, great, wonderful.
That was a great catch by you. In fact, that is of all the typos that my amazing Abigail Reno as an audiobook narrator, one of the most professional people in the entire world. I'm obsessed with her. I love her. I want her to do every single one of my books forever, evermore. That was the only thing she didn't catch, because she caught every other, as far as I know, listening to my audiobook, she caught every other typo or like inconsistency. Like there's a part in the book where I accidentally call the apothecary the Raven and Crown instead of the Raven and Crone, and she caught that and fixed it. But that is the one thing where in the audiobook she says the mistake, because I don't know why she would have caught it, because it's so like fast, I think. And so, but yeah, that has been fixed now. So
she has reading comprehension sometimes.
She is incredible. Abigail Reno is, you
Oh,
guys.
she being me.
Oh, that too. You are incredible. You are absolutely incredible. Everybody should go follow Devesha and Abigail Reno over on Instagram if you haven't already.
And add me to your close friends and share all your secrets with me.
Devesha loves being added to close friends. That is true.
Close friends is so fun.
Have you tried my hack, Grape?
Oh yeah, baby. I've been there, done that.
Didn't you put like V.E. Schwab on your close friends?
Yes, V.E. Schwab.
Victoria Aveyard.
Victoria Aveyard, exactly. Yep.
I've added Samantha Shannon.
Wait, but
Samantha,
here's my thing. If they're on your close friends but they don't follow you, would you even show up for them in their little story bar?
No, but in the event that I become successful and famous, and adjacently, they are like one day, oh, let me follow this new author. Hello, I'm there.
Wait, you guys, I have such a diabolical thought. Okay, so do you know how we recently found out that certain people of a certain fame level, if you tag them on Instagram, they'll look at that Instagram post?
Yes, okay.
What if you tag them on what if you added them to your close friends, okay? Tag them in an Instagram post and then also immediately had a close friend story.
Girl.
So they could see that they were part of your close friends.
That is a little bit insane. I love it.
I think it's funny. I think it's funny.
I know, not you. Bitchy Miranda.
Bitchy Miranda.
Copy editing, side hustle, I guess. I don't know. I have thoughts, and I should keep them to myself. So we are going to go into another sprint. Just add them in your close friends. That works too.
That works too.
All right. I'm going to add V.E. Schwab and be like, yo,
it's just Grape at the airport.
What?
It's just Grape at the airport or something traveling. It's just like tag V.E. Schwab.
No, I'm like, oh, I'm in your city, girl.
How does it mean you would be?
Wanna fuck? Sorry. That was too much. I didn't need to say that.
That was a little bit over the line, actually. Yeah, that was.
Is it
funny.
though?
Yes.
You can actually. This is. You can actually write to V.E. Schwab in her newsletter. She does a lot. Like you can reply and write to her in newsletters, and so what is it like the? Isn't there like a thing where like someone like wrote letters to like a famous person, just like throwing them into the void? The amount that I've been doing that, I just anytime I'm having a struggle, I just write to V.E. Schwab and just send them into the void. I send them into the void.
Actually, Katie,
and she might read them.
Hailey Bieber is currently having a little resurgence because she's been very like texting fan accounts, texting like paparazzi photographers, DMing them. Like before she met Justin, like, "Oh, where's Justin eating tonight?" Questions like that. And now all of these DMs are popping back up. And, you know, I'm like, okay, she's living the dream. Go get it, girl. But a lot of people are like, oh, she
stalked that man into submission.
She stalked that man. So one day.
Most of the stuff that I write to V.E. Schwab is like specifically like writing things that I'm struggling with. Or like I just like I'm venting about writing. And like,
wait, that's kind of cute. Hold on, let me write this down.
No, she doesn't respond. Honestly, if she did respond, it would probably be that she took like a portion of like a question that I asked her and then responded to it in her newsletter, but she hasn't yet. So most of the time I just
rom-com idea. Highly successful author keeps getting these almost diary entry emails from a aspiring writer who clearly via their messages has extreme talent, and then slowly the author starts to fall in love with this aspiring writer. I don't know where you go from there. I don't know where you go from there. It's the opposite of parasocial. It's whatever. It's the word that Hank and John Green came up with the idea where it's the creator forming a relationship with
Mm.
their audience. But I don't know where the rest of the book would go, but I'm into it.
Yes, Miranda, that's the point. This is the point.
Is this really what it is? Or
Sarah
Sarah
Poshel.
Poshel, that is what it is. Yes, that is. Yeah, Sarah Poshel.
I don't like that one.
It feels so fake to me, but that's.
I mean, it's meant to be, right? It's the Vlogbrothers. They always do things kind of halfway for the bit and halfway sincerely, and then you realize at the end of the day they were actually always being 100% sincere.
Oh, hello. Ooh, they think they're a guy and fall in love until plot twist. They're not.
Just like me and Stu.
That's so true.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, I can't take that seriously.
Please welcome to the stage, Sarah Poshel.
I couldn't even keep day cool down this morning. Oh, I'm
sorry
so
about
sorry.
Rip.
I hope you didn't get the cooties from me. But my cooties weren't throw up cooties.
But also Dayquil.
That's right.
So I hope it's not both things.
Yeah. All right. I think it's time to get into a sprint.
Excellent.
I gotta go get the dogs.
Does everyone
Yeah.
want to
Who let the
stay?
dogs out?
Roof.
Me.
Roof.
Roof, roof.
Do we want to stay palming or do we want to up the ante?
Let's palm it up, yo.
Let's palm it up.
Let's palm it up. Okay.
Can we lower the ante?
Do you want to lower the ante?
No, I'd like to
Ooh.
stick with the current ante. Oh,
Okay. I'm glad.
Mm.
Yeah, we're just on a Wallissimo timer kick.
yay.
I think you don't have many
Hours.
25s though, so it might end shortly.
Wait, I don't have what?
Many 25s, like many 25-minute sprints.
I don't
Yeah.
have many 25s.
No, that
What
could
if you
be-
do it 15 and just like 0.5 speed?
I don't think that's. I think you. I don't know.
That'd be
I
30
think
minutes.
that would
no?
drive me insane, actually.
Okay.
That feels like purgatory. 25 minutes, but it takes 30.
I mean, it would be 30 minutes, and if 15, like every minute would just be 2 minutes. Am I
Well,
thinking about it
let's-
wrong?
Yes, my dear.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Steve. I don't think you're thinking about it wrong. I think you're correct, actually. Wallace,
Yes,
do you have this hourglass with you?
I do.
Oh, lovely.
Do you want
I'm
me to?
glad it didn't get
bring that-
decluttered.
No, it did not get decluttered. I still have it. Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. Okay, everyone, that was our second sprint. How'd it go?
It went well. I was able to respond. I couldn't make the call because my phone doesn't have service because my apartment building, whatever, for whatever reason, if I'm in my apartment, I don't have service on my phone.
Weird.
Yeah. So I sent an email to try and fix the thing that I wanted to fix. And then I realized that tomorrow is the start of March Madness and that I need to make my picks for the pool that I have been in since 2017. So it's a time-honored tradition. The way that I make my picks is I go to Nate Silver's website and I see his statistical breakdown, and then I roll a D20 dice in the perspective of the underdog team. And if they can make a dice roll that beats that statistical breakdown, then I pick them to win.
Okay.
So I've never done well with this strategy.
I was about to say that does not sound very scientific.
Was it the Super Bowl that you could always predict, or what was it?
Yes, the Super Bowl. Icarus, get off. I will. Yeah. Okay. I also had to move to my bed.
Violence live on Maine.
I had to move to my bed. It's the threat of violence, first of all. Thank you.
Okay, sorry.
I had to move to my bed because my computer was dying and I needed it. I need to charge it for the Zoom call that I'm going to be on in an hour and a half. So that's how my sprint went.
Also, hold on, Stig. I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt you, but I feel like people must know this. Last night when we were brainstorming with Katie, at one point, Wallace heard like a strange sound in her apartment. And I obviously just assumed it was the cats, but she thought it was an intruder. So she was like, hello? I'm going to fuck you up. And I thought she was talking to the cats. I was like, oh my God, Wallace.
No, I was talking to someone who I thought was trying to enter my apartment. I thought they were messing with my door. It was someone messing with my door. It was Icarus messing with my door.
So I was like, oh my God, not the cats. Anyways.
Steve, they're in a slap contest right now, and it's very funny.
I spent that sprint outlining the scene. I tried to do like a kind of free thought outline before every scene. I'm like, with this scene, I want to show blah, 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 blah. And I want this emotion to be in the main character, blah, 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 blah. And I want them to kiss, and I want them to cry, and I want them to think about a memory with the characters. So I did that outline, and then I spent the last like 10 minutes trying to come up with a memory that my main character because he's like crying over a death that happened a few chapters ago, and he's sharing this anecdote about this person who died with his man, as you do. I'm trying to come up with this anecdote, like, okay, what is this memory? So that's what I spent 10 minutes thinking about and came to zero conclusions. So if anyone have any memories, hit me up.
Katie, can you speak?
Yes, it's just many dog noises are in the background, so I didn't want to interrupt everyone else. That's right. I got my mom situated upstairs with Bear, who's our lazy man, and I now have the other two crazy people, although they're not so crazy because I left them outside for a while, and so they're kind of sleepy now. Bunny's not on way a bone. And then I'm going to go in and so I had pre-scheduled a bunch of posts to go up, but didn't do any of the captions for them. So I'm going to reschedule the ones that have to go up because LOL. So I'm going to do that next sprint and just kind of get those ready to go up for the rest of the month because I'm going to try to focus the rest of my time on draft 2.
Lovely. And I spent that sprint trying to come up with tennis titles.
And that was actually very helpful. I literally, the last 2 minutes of the sprint, I re-listened to your message and just wrote down all your notes. And Devesha literally came up with what book 3's title is going to be. So we have one more. We got one more. And it's the one that's definitely coming out.
Yeah. She's an enigma, that one.
She is. I feel like maybe it'll be easier now that there's actually a book shape to put a title over.
Yeah.
I think it'd be funny if you just call it something completely unrelated to another sport or something. Like,
But then it's like, that's not, my publisher will never go for that because they'll be like, what the fuck is the point of this? What is the point of this?
what was the reason?
What's that reason? So yeah, but honestly, the one you came up with, it's like perfect for book 3. So,
Oh,
it's like,
I'm glad. Also, I've discovered via Wikipedia, so I'm not quite sure of its factuality. But there's a thing called Canadian doubles, where it's three players, 2 are on one side and 1 is on the other, and the like doubles players can only hit into like the singles box, but the single can hit into like the doubles whole area.
Yeah.
It's
like a game you can play. Like I don't think there's any competitions with it, like specifically as a format.
Yeah.
But it is something that we would play at, like, you know, camps and clinics and stuff.
I just didn't know it was a thing.
Yeah. If only one of the characters was Canadian.
Oh, damn.
But alas, they're. I mean, I guess I could make Ariel Canadian, but like, oh.
But no.
It's not the vibe. He's Spanish.
Coming up with a name.
We did. Oh my god, for Ward.
Let's see how the chat did. I think right before spring started, Wendy said, I came home from my birthday trip to both hubby and younger daughter being sick, and I'm begging the universe not to get it. I will aid in your prayers for you.
Every finger and toes crossed, Wendy.
What's that, Bridgerton? Sorrows, prayers. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Sorrows.
What is it?
Prayer. I think it is sorrows, prayers, but like said in a non-sorrowful way. Yes. Sorrows, prayers.
I wonder when the new season comes out.
Anyways,
In a billion years.
So basically, in your honor, I'm going to have Georgia go to the 3rd round.
oh, okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
I was confused because my brain was still on tennis. So I thought you meant a tennis player named Georgia, and I was like, wait, who's Georgia? Is Wallace writing a tennis book?
No.
I also thought that.
I have to recant my statement. My tried and true thing that I do is not going to work this year because Nate Silver's website is now behind a paywall, and it costs $10 to join the pool, and that's the only money I'm willing to put towards March Madness. I'm not going to pay $15 to get Nate Silver's newsletter, and I'm pretty sure 538 the website itself has closed down. Let me just check. Yeah, it doesn't exist anymore. So
Rip.
So now I'm just picking off of vibes.
Damn,
and
you
watch
Nate
this be the
Silvers.
best year yet for me.
That's what I do anytime I've done anything like that. We did it for football for the bowl games.
Yeah,
I just vibe. I just see what the mascot was, and I pick the mascot based off mascot.
I think that's a very common strategy that
It
actually
is.
serves people very well.
It is, yeah. Hey, I've won many a bowl pool
Yeah.
with that strategy, which to my brother's chagrin, because my brother is the type of man who will literally run fucking algorithms and think through it in every fucking different way. And he's like, no, this defense is this and this. And I'm like, bruh, the horned frog is going to beat the duck. Okay. And he's like, no. And I'm like, yes. And then the horned frog does beat the duck. And I'm like, sucks to suck.
That is funny.
But what a girly pop way to decide.
Yeah.
I love it.
Funny. Anyways, I was trying to say, Wallace, Yamun loved your timer.
Aw, yay. Thanks, Yaman.
Jessica got 800 words in her brain dump. Nerd affectionate.
Oh no. Okay. I can't remember if my grandfather went to Michigan or to Michigan State, and I know my parents love one school and hate the other.
Oh, that's tough.
I've just been putting both of them advancing because I'm like, oh, Michigan. I'm like, if it's Colorado, Texas, Michigan, or Connecticut, I'm like, yeah, you're going. And then I have Purdue winning it all because that's where I got my master's. But I don't know. Anyway, does anybody know where Bebop went?
Someone. Estelle, are you here?
Where did Bebop go to school?
Where did Bebop go to school, guys?
I'm trying to think. Is there anything in
I think
the cottage that is
right.
specifically themed for is
Estelle.
Estelle,
are
if there was
you
ever a
here?
time.
Estelle, are you here? Do you know where Bebop went?
Still, edit out Mima and Bebop.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my-
Ellen got about 900 words.
Oh,
You're killing this eight book reverse harem why choose book. Like it's gonna be out in no time. I love
Also,
it,
did we
Ellen.
ever get a gender identity?
We didn't.
Okay, that works for me too. Let's do.
I mean, they're hippo, obviously.
Canadian.
We do have a Canadian canonically in the Backhanded Compliments universe. There is a very fun Canadian who I personally know and love and would love to write or would love to have that story be picked up by my publisher, but we don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
I'm sorry, Bebop. That's damn cute.
It's so cute.
It's kind of funny because there's this show called Cowboy Bebop. I don't know if any of you have ever seen it.
Isn't it anime?
Yeah.
It is anime. I think there's also a live action now, or maybe I'm thinking about an anime series.
I think so on Netflix.
But it's definitely not giving grandparents vibe, I will say.
Ma'am.
Someone tried to make a post about American football headlines out of context and was like, if you forget sports exist, it sounds like we live in a magical supernatural world. And I love it so much.
with all the love mascots. That's so funny.
And Stu gave up on writing and made a burrito for lunch. Ugh, that sounds delicious. What are your ingredients? What do you put in your burritos? Oh, controversial opinion. I like the live action too. It was different in tone. Don't go in expecting the anime. Yeah. And the anime I've watched like the first episode.
I do love this one still on IMDb though, Cowboy Bebop. I might watch this. Question mark. Is it a canceled situation? Is this worth getting invested in? Call in Neon Moon and Mars.
That was weird. Sorry. Jacob and Mars refer to Cowboy Bebop as Koi Boy B-Boy because 50% of our humor is just mispronouncing things. That's funny. Oh. And they didn't watch live action. They just know it exists.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember hearing anything about a renewal. I remember hearing when the other one, the one with the stretch your arm guy, got renewed.
Oh, I know this answer. One Piece.
Yes. Thank you.
Sorry, I had to flick through the catalog.
My brain was like, the Babadook? I was like, absolutely not.
I also liked One Piece. I thought she was cute. Very entertaining.
Mm-hmm. I love that actor. I think he's so adorable.
He's very cutesy, very demure.
He was in another Netflix show that got canceled after 2 seasons, but I was devastated when they canceled it.
Oh no.
It was in fact canceled.
It had interesting music, visuals.
Is it a completed story or is it cliffhanger? Because I can watch a completed miniseries, but
it's hard to tell because the people the creator of I guess the original manga said that he was done because people are begging for a sequel, but I don't know if the Netflix one was canceled specifically.
I'm not reading manga though.
No, I know, but like I'm getting things that are like the story is complete, but I can't tell you if that's the actual like manga / anime or if it's the live action from Netflix. So I know not.
What are you doing? Okay, the list, we've got cheese, rice, black beans, red pepper, chicken, nachos for crunch. Wonderful.
Ooh,
Sour
this
cream.
sounds delicious.
Why is your breath furrowed? Wallace?
I'm sorry?
I said, why was your brow furrowed?
Oh, I'm trying to figure out if the person who does my pool can do Zelle because I just hate Venmo. I won't do Venmo.
Gotcha. Marlon really liked One Piece live action because they really leaned into what the OG manga felt like. It's just as bonkers. But Koi Boy B-Boy didn't hit for Marlon. Stu thought the live action One Piece was surprisingly good. Yeah, they're filming season 2 officially, I think. I definitely heard about that. Walking that back. putting that dog back into the cellar. Mom says, I
The
watched
seller.
Working it up
as a kid,
Monte Aldo.
but refused to watch it as an adult purely to spite Jacob. Ooh, tea. Also, there's just too much.
Ma'am, stop getting.
Ooh, someone's getting yelled at.
I just heard suck it in.
Stop. I said stop getting in my closet. She's trying to get in my closet and steal a shoe.
Stig, it's fairly cliffhangery. Not 100%, but there's a cliff. There's a precipice.
I shall avoid the precipice then.
Okay, beautiful. Do you want to do another sprint now, or can someone think of something to talk about?
I want to do another sprint. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, May or early June. Where are you
Hello.
going? Wow.
Whoa, wait, what? Okay, bye. Oh, because this was like they were only able to come in today because of something.
The appointment.
Oh, are they in school? Are they in school?
He went to Michigan, just so everybody knows. Bebop went to Michigan.
Good to know.
I was at my edge of the seat there.
Mhm.
That was the cliffhanger, the true cliffhanger of the stream.
That man was very. Ma'am, this is a Chili's.
I say that to her. I say, "Ma'am, this is a Wendy's." Whenever she does something out of pocket, which is most of the time.
All the time.
She's a very out of pocket dog. She's very funny. Oh, summer vacation. Okay. Working at school. Okay, has a job. Okay, we may not have pronouns, but we do know LM is not a minor.
But are you
Right. I mean, they could be a minor with a job.
are you Daddy Bolton coach or are you the theater lady? I forget her name. Mrs. Dubois? No. What's her name?
It's Dubois, isn't it?
Wait, what?
Madame Dubois,
Teachers in High School
the
Musical.
theater lady.
Oh,
No idea.
You should know, Wallace. You were in High School Musical.
I know, but only as an extra. I wasn't in those scenes.
Mrs. Jarvis.
And she was in the second one, so
Yes.
that was
Darbus.
technically
Darbus, that's right.
Darbus, yeah.
Darbus.
So Wallace was technically in like the pool season at the golf course.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense for her.
Yeah,
Because when
me
she
and
did
Miley
say, when she
Cyrus
said
actually
pool,
really got along.
when you were like, I'm emailing my pool guy, I was like, you have a pool. Like, why are you emailing your pool guy at your building?
Pool, the betting
Yeah.
pool.
But yeah, my brain was like, why are you emailing your building pool guy?
okay.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
35
Nope,
with
just-
back pain. Are you me?
Are you my mother?
Your 35-year-old mother.
Yeah, we got
That's funny. But no, my mom has back pain and was a teacher. Not a teaching assistant, but she was a teacher. But that's funny.
Here we go. I found our next timer. We're just doing some throwbacks.
Here we go again, but better.
Oh, can we guess? Is it
Ooh.
from my channel?
Mm-mm.
Is it from Violet's channel?
Mm-mm.
Is it from Katie's channel? Does Katie have a channel? Is it a
I
Jod
do, but it's not 25.
classic?
Is it?
Is it a Marta? Is it a Dino?
It is, in fact.
Oh,
Nailed it!
Hey!
Hey!
Throwback. How have we not used the Dino timer in a hot minute? That is one of the most
She's
iconic timers
silly.
of all time. The like
Yeah, no.
the Dino accidentally hanging herself side, like
Look at them cuties.
I know.
They're so cute. The stop motion, so good.
It's literally Marta. Where are you, babe? Call in.
Does it work?
At work.
Oh.
Baby girl.
Steve recommends fish oil, apparently. Helps with joint
Yep.
pain. I'll need it next year when I reach 35. Okay. Okay. Everyone is
I
ready.
might nap during this sprint. Not gonna lie, I'm sleepy.
CPP.
You know what? Do what's best for you.
Did you hear about like the 8-minute soldier nap, Wallace? Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm gonna do a 24 nap.
Big girl nap.
Okay, better lay down.
Lay down.
All right, the dinos found each other, but did you find your productivity?
I did not find productivity. I rested and watched cash stuffing videos. Actually, that's not true. I then remembered that I hadn't been on my agent Slack in quite some time since before I got COVID. So I went on and I caught up with how all my agent siblings are doing and just reminded myself how lucky I am to have such an awesome agenting community. I love my agent folks, you guys.
Crazy work. Great.
Crazy work. I spent literally 25 minutes coming up with an opening line for this chapter because I was on a blank page. Not a tavern, just a blank page scribbling a document.
Huh.
But
And
I
you know what,
came up with an
sometimes
opening line, so
Ooh, do we get to know what it is?
sure. Prefaces, first draft. I went back and saw like what I've started all my other chapters with, and literally I described the weather like I'm being paid for it, I must say.
Love good weather opener. Yep.
But in every chapter for 24 chapters straight, I don't think so, Wallace. There's enough sundowns and twilights and sunrises and gray mornings to last a lifetime in this book. But you know, that's a problem for you to stay. So
Fair
I
enough.
went with an opening dialogue for this one, which is, "Here, drink." Benjamin handed him a mug, his fingers brushing his as he sat down beside him on the rock. Cassidy took the wooden cup, sniffing the content with a wary glance before taking a greedy gulp. And that's it. That's what I spent 25 minutes doing.
Sounds great.
Yeah. I like the opening in the middle of like action, as if a conversation's been happening and we just happen to come in at this point.
Well, the previous chapter was a train robbery, so I just needed some kind of like in between moments here. So it's going to be like a bunch of crying and reminiscing and arguments, setting up. Actually, I don't think I have. Is there 2 chapters left of this act? Am I crazy? Can I make this in a month or at the end of this month?
Oh,
Oh,
There's only 2 chapters left, and that is literally The All Is Lost and The Dark Night of the Soul, or Break into 3 as it's called. So I'm soon done with this act. Oh, I can actually do this by the end of the month.
I believe in you.
Filet.
So many days left. Anyway,
There are. That is true.
Katie?
I
dick
wrote
pics?
most of my caption. No, I wrote most of my captions, and then I wanted to show you what my current view is. I'm being very watched. I don't know if this is actually gonna.
it was just the motion of, oh, hello, precious boy and girl.
There they are.
Oh.
They're watching me so intently. Like, it's so funny. I just look down and there's 4 eyes very, very strongly on me.
They're
like,
watching
okay,
you,
hello.
haunting
Watching
you
them.
so stunningly, or whatever the lyric is.
They are haunting me so stunningly. No, I did pretty good. I got most of my captions done, and I just got to go through and add them and repost two of the things. LOL. And then it'll be time to write again. So,
which is the way of the world.
Yep.
It's
you mark
kind
it
of
until you
unfair.
die, and then you write it anyway.
Yeah. It's like the reward for reaching your word count one day is to get to do it all again the next day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, God, to have written, you must first write.
Yeah.
Oh, and I hate that.
There's this Drag Race quote that is, winning isn't everything. Well, it's a general quote, but I've heard it a lot in the Drag Race universe. Winning isn't everything, but wanting to is. And I kind of feel like that with writing, like writing isn't everything, but wanting to is.
Mm.
And spoiler alert, Grape, that's a big like section of Bird by Bird.
Oh,
That you should, like, if your dream is to be published, writing isn't for you.
Well,
I love it. Katie's like, I'm personally offended by this.
No, I'm not offended. I'm confused. Could you elaborate?
I mean, I haven't read the entire book, but I can elaborate how long I've labored so far. That is a prisoner of war, ma'am.
He is having flashbacks right now.
Yeah, I thought he was like sleeping, but no, he's like traumatized.
He is wide awake. I'm wide awake.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But about, because she runs a writing class at Lamont, and the writers who come into the class wanting to be published struggle more than the writers coming into class wanting to write, if that makes sense. Am I making... I mean, I will
Yes.
have...
Okay.
These are half-baked thoughts that I have about this book by now, which will be so much clearer by the time me and Grape get to it on Tuesday.
No,
Um,
I think I understand. I think I understand.
Oh, yeah. That's like the sentiment.
Yeah, and I understand that she probably has so much more nuance to that phrase as well, of like...
Yeah, there's a whole chapter to it. I'm just
Yeah.
paraphrasing poorly.
Yeah. I'm very excited for you guys' craft chats, because I'm not going to read these books, but I love to hear y'all yap about them.
It's kind of fun though, because this is so different from what I usually read in craft books. Because the others are very much like prescriptive, and this is more like a motivation encouragement book than a...
Oh, maybe I should read it. Damn.
It's memoir-esque, right? Like on writing,
Yeah,
but not bad.
it's on writing, but she doesn't fart on her nanny. Basically, that's my...
Thank God, because if that was a occurrence for most writers, I'd be like, okay, I'm out.
And there is some like writing tips, but it's more like concepts about plot and characters and stuff, instead of like, your character should have a shot of glass or a ghost. And on page 33, you should have your all is lost. So it's a lot more fun than that. But yeah.
I know you're allergic to outlining and formulas and structure.
Damn.
But I think there's merit in reading craft books.
I mean,
as I said, this isn't prescriptive, Katie. It's like motivational, inspirational. So it might actually be for you.
Well, that's why I'm looking on Everand right now, because I love a memoir, especially if they're narrated by the person who wrote it. And
I really like her voice. She's very voicey, and it's a voice I find myself chuckling at.
Yeah,
I love a memoir. I'm a memoir girly.
Should I do the page 99 test?
Yes.
Do you want to hear?
Oh my God, yes.
Sure.
For anyone who's new here, page 99 test is basically, if you're wondering if you're purchasing a book or not, look at page 99, read that, and see if you're engaged, because that's not so far in that you get major spoilers, but it's far enough in that the author hasn't really labored over the prose and the way it sounds, and like, you know how the 5 per chapters get everybody like tender love and care?
Mm-hmm.
Page 99 is far enough into the novel where it's like, you still get the voice and the feel of the author, but it's not been worked to death. This is page 99, a chapter called The Moral Point of View. I don't know what it's about because I haven't gotten this far, but here we go. Is this allowed on the internet? Sure. We can just, we can fix this in post. It's fine. When mocked by
not gonna be in post, you stupid slut. Sorry.
She's very anecdotal, so this might be in the middle of an anecdote. You'll be warned. When mocked by the owner of the kitchen and pressed to say what it was that we have to cry about, she tosses back her head of flaming red hair and it's you, Katie, and says, "The winds of solitude roaring at the edge of infinity. How do we as individuals and communities behave with that wind blowing behind us? Are we well behaved, striving for dignity and compassion, or is it every man for himself? As we live, we begin to discover what helps in life and what hurts, and our characters act this out dramatically. This is moral material. The word moral has such bad associations, with fundamentalism, stiff-necked preachers, priggishness. We have to get past that. If your deepest belief drive your writing, they will not only keep your work from being contrived, but will help you discover what drives your characters. You may find some really good people beneath the packaging and posing, people whom we, your readers, will like, whose company we will rejoice in. We like certain characters because they are good or decent. They internalize some decency in the world that make them able to take a risk or make a sacrifice for someone else. They let us see that there is in fact some sort of moral compass still at work here, and that we too could travel by this compass if we choose. In good fiction, we have one eye on the hero or the good guys, and a fascinated eye on the bad guys, who may be a lot more interesting. The plot leads all of these people and us into dark woods where we find, against all odds, a woman or a man with a compass, and it still points true north. That's the miracle, and it's astonishing. This shaft of light, giggle, the word shaft, Sometimes only a glimmer, both defines and thwarts the darkness. Think of medieval morality play as the model. We love to hear that goodness will triumph over evil, okay, wicked, that the fragile prize humanity life will be saved. In formula fiction, evil, and that's the end of the page. So you never know what it says. But she talks more about concepts and stuff, which I think is so interesting because I'm very much of a prescriptive school. But yeah, I'm absolutely enjoying this book.
Yeah. When he said it was, oh no, this one. One just click on. When he said when I was reading it, it made me want to go write, which is always
That's powerful.
I usually don't read the I don't know if it's the introduction or the acknowledgments, like the beginning section in nonfiction books. Because I think I don't know, I don't like them, so I just skip over them. But I read hers and I really enjoyed it.
Oh,
yeah, introduction I think is what it is. And
forward.
that's the baby that too. Projectile vomited, so I have a lot of downtime right now. I'm sorry.
How is this cause and effect? I'm so confused.
Is someone else dealing with the baby and the projectile vomiting?
Did they vomit themselves to sleep? And now you're like, okay.
Miley.
Chris is living the life right now. Yeah, Susan, I think he has retracted his complaint with management. He looks so content.
He's a happy boy.
He says, I'm so excited you can finish, Stig.
Oh, don't jump the gun, Wendy.
And Stu wrote a whole 124 words. And Mars had a snack. Beautiful.
What did Katie do? Did you say?
Yeah, I did my captions for my Instagram post and was stared at by the dogs.
All right. Grape, did you say?
I did not. I didn't do anything of any kind of importance. I was just trying to close out all of my Wikipedia tabs, and I was kind of just reading over them as I was closing them out.
Refreshing your memory.
Yeah. Ugh, I've got to lay down.
You could end it.
Okay.
It's almost 3 hours. Yeah,
it's been almost 3 hours. And I'm already laying down.
All right. Wonderful.
Dad.
I do feel bad because I wanted to do a full palm.
We did 3.
Go do everyone can go do another palm together in the Discord. A Discord together.
We can just run another palm.
There's not going to be another palm, you stupid.
I was just getting into the writing bit of the writing stream.
Oh, you know what, Steve? For you, we can do one final sprint.
Me and my 37 words so far.
I'm gonna bounce because 25 minutes from now it'll be the 50-minute mark, and I'm gonna have to prep for my meeting and stuff. So
yeah, no problem.
Go prep, girl.
Bye, everybody.
Go prep, girl. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, Icarus.
Oh, I almost put in stream. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. No, I didn't do it.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine? It just was actually, we're done.
I didn't mean to. I'm leaving studio. Sorry.
Well, this is like, if I'm not going to be here, nobody else is going to be here.
She's taking matter into her own hands. Molly said the mom was working from home, so she put him down for a nap. The other boys just got picked up, literally chilling for my hours. I love that. Love doing nothing on the clock. This is where all this should be next time. Or 25 minutes of dozing fluffball. I will relay this message. Marlon is done with work, so goodbye.
Farewell.
Goodbyes. All right.
Bye.
Stig, where are you in your draft again? Are you at the end of Act 2?
I'm at the end of Act 2. I had a huge spiel about how I just had the All Is Lost and Break Into 3 left.
Well, you didn't say Break Into 3. I heard All Is Lost. But who knows with you? You know, you could have.
Wow.
Okay.
Hey, Siri, can you hold up a mirror? Not you, Siri. Calm down, but thank you.
Siri's like, I don't have any hands.
I'm an AI. What do you mean? But
I
what do you mean? I write chronologically.
True, but you're always like, should I start over? Should I go back to the beginning?
No, that's Katie.
No, dude, that's also you.
That's mostly you.
I
But
have never
I've
started over.
been-
I started over a book once, and that is this one.
You don't start over because we tell you not to, but you're always like, should I go back to the beginning?
I say a lot of things. What do you mean? Am I supposed to be held accountable for everything I say?
Actually, yeah.
Is that the world we're living, where white men have to be held accountable for the actions? It's going to be a hard pass for me, Grape. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so we're almost done with Act 2. What's the plan for Act 3? What's the attack?
You know what? I have no clue. Literally could not tell you. I know the end of my break into 3. That's the scene between the sister and the brother having to save the rest. So when Act 3 comes around, I'm just like, guess I'll have to outline.
Guess I'll die.
And I thought I
Is
knew how the
there-
novel ended, but then that has changed too, and I don't know into what. But
Is there a timeline on Act 3? Like, you want to be done by X date?
ooh, that is a very good question, Your Honor.
Hi, Tia. You've come right before our final sprint.
We're
Hi,
doing a
Tia.
final plan.
Well, if I can be done with Act 2 by the end of this month, that's a week and 5 days. That'd be swell.
Mhm.
And then, how long do I need for Act 3? Because I don't even know what's happening. But like maybe the end of next month? Question mark.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like you may find that Act 3 goes quicker.
I think I have a very short Act 3. I say not knowing what my Act 3 is. But Act 3 is literally just a big showdown between the hero and the bad guy. But I gotta get to the showdown.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
Oh,
But I know where it
and
takes
Frog.
place.
Hello, Froggy. You and Tia came together?
That's weird.
They've
That's
been seen in the
suspicious.
same room.
Suspicious. Tia says, I'm freezing hiding under my covers because it decided to snow out of nowhere. Did we
Dang,
get a
girl, where do you
location
live?
drop on Tia? Where is
It's not where I am because it's currently 70 degrees where I am, which
Yeah.
is
Hey Siri, where in the world is it currently snowing?
which for all you
Okay.
Celsius people is 21 degrees. It's 21
Okay.
degrees.
I
So
think
it's
this
quite warm here.
one- All right, back to my Stieg interrogation. So, you feel like the end of next month is a good goal. Will you be exchanging drafts with us in May, or?
I think I learned from your feedback that this is not the time to exchange the manuscript with someone.
Okay.
Boo, tomato, tomato.
I mean, yes, but why? Because then you were just reading something that I know I'm already changing. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
It does, and I respect your decision and I applaud you for it. However, I am hungry.
Comma.
However, comma, I am hungry and wish to be fed your book.
That's fair, but I also want to keep a fresh set of eyes for the next iteration.
Which I respect deeply and immensely because I also like to do that.
Yeah.
Me too.
That is, I could potentially see myself, if I finish Act 3 quickly, do the major adjustments, because the adjustments I have in mind right now is just a setup. That could easily be changed, but I don't know. I also want to don't commit to something, because
Yeah,
as we see, me and Grape are very flaky.
Hey, we came through at the end. Just not on
Yeah.
time. That's not flaky. That's a little bit crumbly, but not flaky.
Not on time, not with an entire book.
you're a little crumbly, but not flaky.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're flaky, but like a croissant, where everybody loves us.
Except for you.
They don't love me?
You're not flaky.
Don't you not like croissants?
Oh, but also not like me, so I'm cool with this narrative.
How do you not like
and
croissants?
also-
What the fuck?
I have figured out a sacrilegious way to enjoy croissants at the local coffee shop where I sometimes go to write. They have this breakfast situation, which is just a croissant sliced in half, like
Mhm.
layers, basically like a bagel with ham and cheese.
Oh yeah, a croissant sandwich.
A croissant sandwich, if you will. And
That's
I
what they
do
call it at Burger
enjoy that.
King.
I do enjoy that. So I'm not opposed to croissants anymore. As with a lot of things in my advanced age, I tend to mellow.
Okay.
Like my hatred for prologues, mellow. My hatred for croissants, mellow.
That's wonderful.
We love growth.
I don't know if enjoying a croissant sandwich is growth. Might be regression.
Might be a regression. Oh my god, sir.
Susan had snow overnight too, so now it's windy. Where are you, Susan? Miley says, that's the snow we're getting later tonight. Not excited, even though it's 83. It was 83 yesterday? Wow. So we had the wildest storm. Kansas bestie, the weather is crazy here.
Oof.
Wow. Sorry, my brain read this as like, you know how in Reddit they're like 28F versus 25M. That's hard.
My favorite is when it's like me parentheses 25 female or 25F parentheses end, and my boyfriend parentheses 32 million parentheses stop broke up over his MIL or something.
Yeah. Okay. It's 18 Celsius, 65 Fahrenheit in Ontario. Mars said I had to explain boo tomato to Jacob the other day. He was like, oh, why are you talking about tomatoes? Wow.
Wow.
I love a unchronically online man.
I don't. Catch me where I am. Or not at all.
My favorite soundbite to say to my mom. It's top tier.
I also like boo potato. I think that one's funny.
It's a good evolution.
They're gonna come for you. I like to say boo and then whatever object is relevant to the conversation. So I would say boo tennis ball a lot.
I also love to throw in a boo, you whore.
That's my favorite.
That's a
I've
good
been
one.
saying that since I first saw that movie.
Such a good movie.
Oh, Susan's in Colorado. Does Wallace know this?
My novel
Yes,
is set in Colorado.
Okay, wonderful.
Is Susan also the one who's writing a Colorado story about a gold mine?
A gold mine horror or thriller or whatever you horror.
I heard all the words horror being said. No, I won't ask you to reveal your location.
I am the gold mine girly.
ASL.
That's like Fleetwood Mac 2025.
Yeah. This is gold. That was bad. But this is a good line. Hatred for prologues, fellow. Me writing prologues in most of my books.
I have I think, very publicly known hatred for prologues. And I've come to the realization that a prologue would really work well in the setup of my novel. So naturally gutted, heartbroken, deceased even. So I'm trying to mellow up to that idea. But I don't hate all prologues, but it's just kind of when, as Brandon Sanderson says in his Stormlight Archive, he has like a prelude and a prologue and a chapter 0. That's the kind of prologues I hate. Like, I don't know all this business.
Apparently Jacob is a chronically online Twitch watching kind of person. Watching on background Asia? Okay.
That's so nichely specific, and I love it.
I love a man with a hobby.
Is under 300 words, Stig.
That I do accept. I mean, I accept all prologues, but I prefer them to be relevant to the story.
And not just being used to info dump, yeah?
Not info dump, not set the tone of the novel because the opening paragraph is nothing like the tone of the overall novel. I don't need them to info dump some lore. I don't want them to be like Brandon Sanderson, where they're like 3 different kings and it's like assassins and stuff. And it's like the first prelude is the promise of the tone and the second prelude is the promise of the plot. And I'm just like, just give me the story. And also, for example, what's that bird book we love? Six of Crows has a prologue that is terrible. does
Yeah, I
nothing for
didn't
the
get
book.
past the prologue.
Does nothing for the book whatsoever.
Yeah, that's one of the prologues I think you can honestly skip because I do all like it does not. Like I get,
Like, Juice is a stupid name.
I mean it is.
I just don't understand why it's there. Like, what does it serve? It does not serve cunt.
It doesn't serve cunt.
It does
It
not
does
serve
not.
cunt.
And I feel like it gives like too much away, if I'm remembering correctly. Like I would have preferred to have the things that it does kind of like low key reveal be revealed somewhere else. Like because at the point where it's revealing it, it doesn't matter.
One of the first chapters when Nina, spoiler alert for 60 Crows, has been out for 15 years at this point. But when Nina goes to, because they all like assemble in the beginning, right, and go to this investigation thingamajig. And that's where it's revealed what happened in the prologue. And it's not even a prologue, it's a chapter 1. So she got me. She got me. You got me, gal.
Yeah, it's not super necessary for like this specific story. Like
it doesn't add anything interesting. It doesn't add to the promise of the tone. It doesn't add to the promise of the plot. It doesn't add to.
It's not a character that we're gonna know for the rest of the story. Like, you know, it's not
literally
even like...
he's talked about in the prologue and then is mentioned once in the actual investigation scene in like chapter 5, and then
not my favorite prologue.
Yeah, what is your favorite prologue now?
What would? Oh wait, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Grape.
Oh, I was gonna ask, what would your prologue be? Unless that's what you just said, and I didn't process that correctly.
I asked what Katie's favorite prologue is.
That's not what I said.
Oh, what is?
I asked what your prologue is going to be. Unless that's what you were just saying, then I didn't process that.
The prologue I've thought for my book is because the opening of the novel starts with some events that is kind of the aftermath of something that happened before the story starts. So I wanted to show the kind of event that started the aftermath of the novel. Does that make sense? Because the novel starts with the hero returning to his old hometown, blah, 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 blah. And I want to show what made him leave in the first place, basically.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And I think that works well. In terms of my favorite prologues, I'm going to get you soon, Katie. My favorite prologue is from a Norwegian book, fantasy book called A Song for Arabu. And it's basically the description of this old leathery woman emerging from a marsh, predicting the end of the world. And it's great.
Ooh.
Very fun.
Is there an English translated version of this book?
I don't know. Let's see.
Kitty,
I cannot. Oh, yeah, your favorite prologue, Kitty?
That's a good question. I think a good prologue doesn't feel like a prologue, is kind of like my opinion. Because like, if I'm thinking, oh, this is a prologue, it's like giving me all this backstory. I think honestly, the most successful prologues are the ones that still have like, that has a character that you're gonna be in the head of, and it's showing either something in the past or the present or in the future. Because I think one of my, I think this is a prologue. I don't think this is chapter 1, but in the book series Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, love Laini Taylor. In Strange the Dreamer, it is our main character, and it is he is a child, and we're like kind of learning about him. He's very bookish. He's an orphan, and then this like earth-shattering event happens where I forget exactly the thing, but basically there's this mythical city that's name gets completely scrubbed from the world. It gets eaten by a god before that god dies. And so it does have that like world building, like showing that, which is a big part of the rest of the series, but it's showing how it affects this specific character who we then see as an adult, and how it like this event shaped him as a child. And then as an adult, you know, a lot of things happened because of that. So I think that was a pretty successful prologue.
Oh, I've heard on multiple occasions not to read the prologue on Strange the Dreamer because it kind of gives everything away, but to read it at the end. Because I think that's what Kate did when her and Jess were doing the other 2 book club, and Jess had read. I think it was a reread for Jess, and it was the first one too. Jess, if you're still here, chime in.
A follow-up to your question, Grape, it does not exist in English.
Oh, I guess I learn Norwegian.
Oh no.
you.
Okay, what the fuck? Why am I here? Why am I the only one here?
Sorry, I was
Me
picking
and
up the
Charlie.
books.
Sorry, I'm also picking up a book so I can double check that's what the prologue is.
Tia says, matter like super important to the story. Project Acceptance's prologue is the villain's point of view. Project Lifetimes is a conversation between the main character as an old lady and her granddaughter. And she's just telling the story, which is the book.
Oh, actually, never mind. I lied. The first chapter of Strange the Dreamer is what I described. The prologue, I still think this is successful, honestly, which is, it just does give, it does the thing where it talks about a thing that's going to happen in the future and describes it without giving you like the full context. Honestly, can I read this? This is actually really good.
Yeah.
Spoileries-ish for Strange the Dreamer, which also came out like 10 years ago. So, prologue. On the second Sabbat of 12th moon, in a city of Weep, a girl fell from the sky. Her skin was blue, her blood was red. She broke over an iron gate, crimping it on impact, and there she hung, impossibly arched, graceful as a temple dancer swooning on a lover's arm. One slick finial anchored her in place. It protruded. Its point, protruding from her sternum, glittered like a brooch. Brooch? Like a brooch. She fluttered briefly as her ghost shook loose, and torched ginger buds rained out of her long hair. Later, they would say these had been hummingbird hearts and not blossoms at all. They would say that she hadn't shed blood, but wept it. That she was lewd, tonguing her teeth at them, upside down and dying. That she vomited a serpent that turned to smoke when it hit the ground. They would say a flock of moths came, frantic, and tried to lift her away. That was true, but only that. They hadn't a prayer, though. The moths were no bigger than startled mouths of children, and even dozens together could only pluck at the strands of her darkening hair until their wings sagged, sodden with blood. They were pearled away with the blossoms as a great choked gust came blasting down the street. The earth heaved underfoot. The sky spun on its axis. A queer brilliance lanced through the billowing smoke, and the people of Weep had to squint against it. Blowing grit and hot light and the stink of saltpeter, there had been an explosion. They might have died, all and easily, but only this girl had, shaken from some pocket in the sky. Her feet were bare. Her mouth was stained damsome. Her pockets were all full of plums. She was young and lovely and surprised and dead. She was also blue. Blue as opals. Pale blue. Blue as cornflowers or dragonfly wings or a spring. Not summer sky. Someone screamed. The scream drew others. The others screamed too. Not because the girl was dead, but because the girl was blue. And this meant something in the city of Weep. Even after the sky had stopped reeling and the earth had settled, and the last fume sputtered from the blast site and dispersed, the screams went on, beating themselves from voice to voice, a virus of the air. The blue girl's ghost gathered itself, perched, bereft, upon the spear point tip of the projecting finial, just an inch above her own chest. Gasping in shock, she tilted back her invisible head and gazed mournfully up. The screams went on, and across the city, atop a monolithic wedge of seamless, mirror smooth metal, a statue stirred, as though awakened by the tumult, and slowly lifted its great horned head.
Beautifully written.
Beautifully written. The whole book is beautifully written. And yeah, it is a
spoilery.
It's a massive spoiler. But also I think she does it so well. Like Laini Taylor weaves the story so well that even though you know that this is going to happen, like you still feel something, like, I don't know, it kind of gives this like ticking clock dread thing that comes up. And it's just like, anyway. Laini Taylor, beautiful.
What part of the book does it spoil? Like what? Without saying too much.
The climax.
Climax. Okay.
If I'm remembering correctly. Yes. And there's more context that goes on, but like the climax of the book is yeah.
But why is it there? Like, what's the first chapter? Is it like a slow beginning novel? Is that why she has it?
Maybe. Because the beginning is the like just like, because Weep is the city is what they call it. That's not actually its name because its name is Eaton. And it's the description of our other main character Laszlo, and his like the beginning of his life, because he's an orphan who's living at this like library, and then you're like, and then you finally get to it, and like she makes you care about the characters, and it kind of like introduces the whole like, you know, people like this girl fell out of the sky, and people are screaming not because she's dead and this horrible thing has happened, but because she is something that should have already been dead.
And then something awakens.
Yeah, it's the series is so good. The series is so good.
It's sort of a here's a horrible thing that's going to happen. Let's go back and see how we got it.
And I will also say that there is a twist with it. I'm not going to tell you what the twist I'm not going to tell you what the twist is, but there's a twist with it where, you know, she dies and then there's a twist. So like you think this thing has happened in this prologue and you're kind of dreading and waiting for it, and then you get to it and you're like, oh shit. And then there's a twist that happens and you're like, oh, you're a clever bitch, Miss Taylor. I love Lady Taylor. I can't remember if the Daughter of Smoke and Bone series has a prologue. It possibly might. But she does that a lot, like where she'll like, because I think the Daughter of Smoke and Bone one, I have the books, so I'll have to go look at them at some point later. But I think the Daughter of Smoke and Bone prologue shows a past event that we get shown in the future. Because if you don't, that book's been out for an even longer time. It's kind of an amnesia trope. Kind of. Adjacent magical amnesia.
That's the best prologue. In Susan's opinion, you get the promised event, but then doesn't quite mean what you think. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then if you don't understand it, what is it for?
It's for you to be confused up until the point where it happens, and then you're like, I understand.
Okay.
It's like giving a mystery to the reader.
Also, Mar says, my favorite prologue is The Aloe of Loy.
It's one of the books I'm reading.
Aloe of Loy.
It's one of the books I'm reading as research for my cowboy book.
Oh, what's the prologue?
Is that a Brandon Sanderson book?
It is, yeah. It is like the first one in the new Mistborn series after the Mistborn trilogy is done.
I've got no interest in
Next Gen. Rando Sando Next Gen. What makes this prologue so good, Mars? Why do you like it so much?
And we can get to that after our sprint.
Wait, Devesha, do you have a favorite prologue?
I think I never I read the prologue, but my brain just incorporates it into the story, so I never can identify if a book has had a prologue or not. You know?
Yeah.
So I don't remember.
The only prologues I remember are bad ones, or ones that I hate.
You're so right.
Do you have any project for prologues, Katie?
I'm sorry, y'all. I really do. I've got an appointment at 2:30, so we gotta do this right now.
I'll think about it.
Love the discussion. So much short.
Now me just stalling for 40 minutes when I ask for another sprint.
Hey, we cannot do it if you don't want to.
No. I gotta get my words done.
We gotta get our last.
Okay.
Promise the
pick a number 1 through 3.
Oh shit.
2 has sound.
1.
Okay. Does 1 have sound?
1.
No. Okay. Share screen. Here we go.
Oh, slay! Oh my god, Pages Ball.
All right, everyone. Happy
Hello
final.
and everything, Bagel.
All right, that was the end of the sprint. I hope you enjoyed the bagels.
Because I
Did you
know
like
I did. I completed my daily workout.
Slay.
I'm trying to write more description because that was one of the big feedbacks I got, that things were happening too fast, so I need to slow down. So I wrote some description and some
Hey, that's not what I said. I said you've got no transitions.
verbatim. You said pacing. You need more description to slow things down. Don't make me pull out the receipts, because I will.
Pull out the receipts. Because I don't think I said
Okay.
you need more description to slow things down.
Okay.
I think I said more description can be used to slow things down.
Let me just confer with the material before I call myself out
The
on
absolute tea that is being spilled right now. Oh my god. Just sit
At
back.
least-
I should get some popcorn.
At least I didn't point out a word you overused. Because I wasn't looking for those things, okay?
it. It was one word, and you used it a lot.
Okay, and you didn't need to point it out.
What was the word?
Sequestered.
It's a good word.
It's a good
I
word.
mean-
Anyway.
It's a big word for elbow in chapter 1.
Me and the word gilded. You can pry it out of my cold, dead, fucking gilded hands.
Katie, how'd you guys for it?
I did well. I rescheduled the posts, put all the captions in, and then was reading the answers to my question that Jessica gave me. And I'm much more intrigued now by the book, knowing additional context, because I was like, I had misunderstood. So I watched a Carrie Can Read video about, and like, it's like a regular reading vlog where she read a whole bunch of stuff. So like she very loosely went over what she was reading in The Nightmare Before Christmas. And I had a question and Jessica answered it. And now I'm like, okay, I feel a little more interested in the books itself, because I was like, I had a thing wrong that I was like, if this is how it happens, I don't like that. And I don't want to read that. So was corrected. So I was like, I know they've been talking about it. So I'm like, I'm just going to ask. So.
The schism? No, I fear not.
Dang it, for still friends.
Marcia?
I did pull the receipts, though. I did pull the receipts.
Okay. Show us the receipt.
The receipts.
Oh, show? Okay, I was just going to read
tell.
it.
We'll tell.
yeah.
Show and tell. I don't know.
I will read it verbatim, quote. Blah, 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 pacing, time is off. End interlude. And then you say, when transition scenes or even action within a scene, there is no build up or come down. It's just like, okay, next thing, club, party, another club, train. I guess this kind of falls into description, because description is what slows down pacing, and because it's not overly descriptive, it feels like breakneck whiplash speed in some parts.
Yeah, I
Is
didn't say
that
you
you?
anywhere in that sentence. Hello.
Is that not you telling me to have more description?
It is, but it's not me saying you need to add more description, okay? That was very political.
Okay. Then I refer you to your opening statement, Madam President. Firstly, I'd like to start by saying I don't know how to be anything other than prescriptive in my advice. Parentheses lol.
Amazing.
So
Okay.
take what makes sense for you, for the story you're trying to tell, and disregard everything else, because everything I say is just spaghetti at the wall.
Okay, just because something's prescribed doesn't mean you have to take it.
So
Just mean
ipso
It's
facto,
prescribed doesn't mean you have to finish your antibiotics. Actually, you should actually do that. Please finish your antibiotics.
you should do that. That is horrible medical advice.
And on Certified Nurses Day.
I backtracked, okay?
How dare you?
During Black Month.
On Nurse Day?
On this, the day of my cat's quinceañera.
Thank you, Susan. You get me.
I mean, I'm not saying it's bad advice, and I do appreciate it, and I'm doing it, and I think my story is better for it. I'm not saying it as a negative thing. I'm just saying, like, you know, you were like, yo, descriptions? And I'm like, yo, I hear you.
Okay.
And this one turned out cute, so I'm keeping it for now. Might have to
like
kill my darling later, but
Drafting stages is no darlings must be killed. is my
Yeah.
philosophy.
Can I read it maybe? And also first draft.
Ooh, yes.
So
Yeah,
this
go
is
ahead.
just literally 4 lines, 3.5 lines. So don't get your hopes up. This is I'll actually just read the one that I also wrote last sprint, which was the 37 words. Here, drink. Benjamin handed him the mug, his fingers brushing against Cassidy's as he sat down beside him on the rock. Cassidy took the wooden cup, sniffing the content with a wary glance before taking a greedy gulp. The alcohol stung with a sweet comfort as it rushed down his throat. He stared at the others gathered around the small campfire. Smoky tendrils swirled around the stalactites above them and disappeared into the dark ceiling, where they would worm their way through small crevices and shafts that ran through the mountain and vanish out of a crack somewhere, only to be carried away by the wind.
I like
Oh,
that.
that's
Very
lovely.
Thank you.
It's
Gets the people going.
And then I wrote another 199 words after that.
Slay.
Slay. What did I do? Oh, I was trying to come up with a name for the main character of my tennis book.
Did you come up with one?
Vanessa, Serena.
Close. Oh well, adjacent. Olympia.
Oh, I like that though. That's cute, and also
Cute.
like feels like it's destined to reach the Olympics.
She's not the
They're-
tennis player though, is she?
No, she's not.
Is she not a tennis player?
No, she's not the tennis player.
Oh, she's a wag.
Yeah.
Have you decided their nationalities? Are you good?
I'm so sorry. Because it's like fake dating, my brain was trying.
Oh no! Oh no! I know exactly where you went.
You were going with fag, were you?
Oh, yeah.
Not this close, 3 months out from June. How could you?
Oh.
Oh.
Were you asking a question, Katie? I'm sorry.
Yes. Oh, have you decided what their nationalities are?
I have not. I haven't.
Do you have any thoughts, prayers?
Olympia feels Italian. I'm just gonna.
No,
Can
they're very
I put that in the
amorphous.
box?
Hmm,
They're very amorphous. Well, I've got a face claim for her, so
you do. She's so pretty.
Who's the face claim?
her name is Marie Faustin. Faustin?
Oh.
She's a comedian.
Stunning, gorgeous.
She's beautiful. Yeah. You know what they say? First drafts are trash. They're supposed to be stinky, but that was lovely, Stig.
Well, not my first draft. I'm just kidding.
Draft has a lot of promise. You got to get the words on the page before you can fix them. And
Does
then
it have a lot of promise? Who knows? Who knows, Neo Moon? It's there. It exists.
it's got promise.
That's all it needs to be.
Did you write all that today? Brain dump all that today? Jeez, Jess.
Slay.
I bet it felt good to get the random stuff dumped out. Yeah.
Hi, gays. Welcome
Hi,
back,
gays.
Oh, hi, guys. I just came in, girls. And we're just about to leave.
We're about to get out. We're about to skedaddle. Skidad.
I
Not
don't know
skedaddle.
if these are straight people or not. I'm still thinking about it.
They feel like bisexuals to me, at least. I know very little about them, but I know more than the general populace. But they feel like bisexuals.
I know she's stunningly gorgeous and is named Olympia, but she does feel like bisexual. I don't know if she's bisexual.
She feels like a bisexual.
Bisexual. Oh my god.
She's from Amsterdam.
Not Amsterdam. Maybe it
I
is
want
time to pull the
Marcy
plug.
to acknowledge Marcy's comment from earlier. They did more reading and updated their vlog, and they answered the question of the prologue for the Aloe of Law as a past event from the main character's life, showing the event that changed his life and put it into the course that takes place during the book. Totally do not worry.
I read this book, so I should know this. Oh
Where-
God, I have read it. It is. Oh my God, it's just my. Did I copy this?
Illy.
It's okay. Illy.
Queer until
Illy.
proven otherwise. Yeah. Also, oh my god, what was I doing? Oh, I was late to work the other day. My boss called me. Not my boss. One of my managers called me, and
So your
I was
boss.
like, well, no. I was like,
Boss adjacent.
oh yeah, I'm like literally in transit. I'm on the way, like by the quick trip, and
You
as
would
I
not
was
left the
about
house.
to hang up, I was like, Illy. That was stupid, Asia.
Oh my god.
I love it
It's
when things I
bleeding.
say ironic becomes like unironic.
Yeah. Okay, time to go. Oh, you know what? Because tomorrow is the spring equinox, which would have been the title of this stream. It would have been pre-equinox.
Oh,
But not
Prequinox
fun.
is so good.
The nurse thing. I'm gonna do the spring outro from last year, so there may be incorrect information on there. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Farewell.